And I've met a lot of wonderful people here, and I've grabbed a few recipes for the soup they serve too.
Yeah. I always hear you laughing, always good conversation, lots of fun. You have fun here.
There's all kinds of that, that's for sure.
They've asked me to bake, and I am not a baker.
I'm baking.
But I'm baking.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Calderbank for Community Cultures. Within communities, the great thing that happens is small little branches of communities start to form. And to me, that's where the inspiration within communities comes from. Today, we're here at St. Christopher's Anglican Church visiting the Open Doors Senior Lunch Program to check out what happens within their community and all the different communities that have been created from it. So Jerry, you've been working in the kitchen and helping set up, plan, prep, everything for about 5 years.
Right.
Part of the seniors program on Thursdays, but also part of the program on Tuesday evenings here. What motivates you to be here every day helping out?
It's a way of giving back. This community's been very good to me, the church community and the people around here. And it's a nice way to help those who are less fortunate. A lot of people don't understand that even in Burlington, you know, one of the top city in Canada, we have a lot of people who are hurting and in want. So this is a really nice way to help them out.
I love that you said helping out, because I find a lot of people, when they start to become part of a community, find these other little pockets of communities that work together, and giving back is a big component of being part of the community. What does being in this kitchen with the ladies here, what kind of camaraderie do you have? What type of vibe is in the kitchen on a regular basis? What sort of goes on here with the ladies?
It's well, it's not only ladies, you know. I'm not the only guy around. Actually, they're a really good bunch. They volunteer, they come out on a regular basis. I mean, we have all ages here. We have some people in their late 80s.
Wow.
So it's a really good bunch. And it's just a nice camaraderie. We kibitz quite a bit, right? But it's really good. And I think most of us look forward to it, whether it be Tuesday or Thursday, getting out of bed in the morning. It's nice to have a reason to get up.
Talk to me about the community that exists within the kitchen and the fellowship that you get from coming every week.
The people that I've met in the kitchen, they're amazing. We switch positions, we fill in when people are away, and you don't see that very often in a volunteer group. People sort of get into their roles and they stay there. But we'll serve when needed, we'll dish out food when we need to. If they call me early, I'll come in and clean up or cook or whatever. And everybody is on the same page.
Tell me about the inspiration that comes to you and why you come every week and what this community means to you.
I taught in this community for 10 years, and this church was so supportive of our at-risk students. And we also did our grade 8 graduation celebration here every year. So I felt like I should give back to the church, because they would never accept anything that the sort of school wanted to give them for what they had given us. So that is how it started.
And what do you get out of coming every week?
I live way out in the country, so so to be honest, it's like my errand run, and then I work here and I feel really positive, and then I do my errands and I go home. But I do other things here as well. It's grown into, I do the rummage sale now, and then they've asked me to bake, and I am not a baker.
I'm baking.
But I'm baking,
Yep.
So yeah, it's just growing.
So you were sharing a great story with me. You moved here over 10 years ago, and the first place you came was here. Tell me about that.
I moved from Barrie, and I didn't know a soul, and someone in my building just happened to say St. Christopher's Church is a great place to hang out if you're looking for something to do. So I came over here for lunch one day, no, it was a dinner. And Sandy Smith, who was doing the running of it then, met me at the front door and said, "Are you new?" And I told him, and she said, "Come and sit with us." And I've been coming every day or every week since, and I've met a lot of wonderful people here, and I've grabbed a few recipes for the soup they serve too.
Yeah.
But no, we all meet here, and we know people at every table, and everybody's friendly. And
So tell me about the community you've created for yourself here, especially table number 9. Every week you're sitting at table number 9. You've got this fellowship and community happening there. Talk to me about that.
That's something that just happened along the way. Actually, none of us knew each other there. And we just started meeting and then telling jokes and asking how everyone was. And gradually a couple of new people would come in. And of course, me being new too, I just said hello, and this is what happens around here. And before you know it, everyone's best friends. They're all...
Tell me the feeling. How does this make you feel coming?
I feel comfortable. I don't feel lonely anymore, and I did when I first came here. I regretted coming. My family, they were all in Oakville, and they all moved back to Toronto as soon as I moved here, so I felt like I was alone. But now, we do something almost every day. And it's from people that I've met around here.
Russ, you come every week with your crew that you sit with. Why do you come?
Well, the main reason is for the community and for fellowship and for the different types of people that come here. It's simply amazing, and putting on this whole thing that the church does is just fantastic.
I always hear you laughing, always good conversation, lots of fun. You have fun here.
There's all kinds of that, that's for sure. I enjoy it. I enjoy having fun here as well, and I enjoy playing the piano afterwards. And that's pretty well why I come.
As the Director of Programs and Partnerships, you obviously you're here every day. You really get to see the community culture that happens around you. Talk to me about the friendships that are being made here, the community aspect that goes on.
So when I first started working here, it was all about the meal for me. Get food in people's bellies. And then I slowly started to realize these communities that you're speaking of, and how people not just relied on coming in for the hot soup and the nourishment, but they were here because they got to see friends once a week. They got them out of their house, reduced isolation, made amazing connections. They then started to meet outside of here. Yeah, and then really cool is watching how our volunteers interact and make friendships and lasting friendships with the people who come out for the lunch. So
I think the incredible thing that comes from community is sort of inspiration to create new communities and sort of new gatherings of sorts. Can you tell me a story about fellowship or gatherings that you've sort of seen happen within these small communities?
Well, this group particularly likes the community garden. So when they put their minds to it, they'll take on, it sounds silly, but I know last year we had a group that was all about growing pumpkins in the garden, and it was their mission to get a pumpkin grown to maturity. And it was the prize pumpkin. But it really bonded a table full of people to go out after lunch and check on their vines and see, did anybody take it? Is it still here? They put out their little signs for it, and then they celebrated this harvest of a pumpkin together, which, it's different, right? Yeah.
As you can see, there's a large community here at play, but within that community we have all these small pockets of community coming together. We have the servers, the kitchen staff, the attendees. Everyone has said the fellowship, the camaraderie, the friendship, that's what this is all about.